episode of Caitlin Cooks, I'm going to show you how to make blueberry pancakes. Not going to lie, it's actually my mother's recipe, which, sorry Mom, she's not so much of a cook, but she can throw it down when it comes to blueberry pancakes. It's one thing that I remember her always making on the weekends. And she always uses buttermilk and sifts the flour so the pancakes are extra fluffy. We're going to top it off with some pats of butter and a whole lot of maple syrup. Enough talking, let's get in the kitchen and see what my blueberry pancakes are all about. So for this recipe, I'm using 2 cups of all-purpose white flour. And we're going to sift it because that's going to give your pancakes the best texture. So I have 1 cup in there already. I'm just going to add in my 2nd cup of flour. And then just sift it so it gets nice, light, and airy. And that's going to get out any like lumps or nasty stuff that's in the flour. So you want to grab a really big bowl, and then I have 2 eggs that I beat on medium speed until they got a little bit frothy. Now to that, we're going to add in our flour that we already sifted. And then we're going to add in 2 1/4 cups of buttermilk. And I love buttermilk pancakes. It makes them nice and fluffy and it gives them a rich flavor. I'm going to add in some baking soda and baking powder. Then I'm going to do 3 tablespoons of sugar, just regular white granulated sugar. Some melted butter. This is half a stick of melted butter. And then half a teaspoon of good quality vanilla extract. Always use good quality in baking. And I am going to measure this because we don't want to throw off the pancake. Whoa, shit. We got a little bit of extra vanilla in there, no big deal. Then I'm going to grab my whisk and we're going to get that combined. You can also use a mixer, but you guys know that I'm lazy. I don't feel like taking out my big ass mixer, so we're just going to do it this way by hand. And I know at Williams-Sonoma, they sell these things for pancakes where it measures exactly the amount that you need and blah, blah, blah. I think they're 20 bucks or something, and it's kind of a waste of money unless you make pancakes all the time. I actually just use a measuring cup, and it works just as fine. I mean, you don't have to spend the extra money on the gadgets. So I'm going to put a little bit, say about, it's like a 1/4 cup. I just used a little bit of vegetable oil. You can use butter if you want to. And then we're going to take our blueberries. And I didn't add the blueberries to the batter because it gets really messy that way and it's just easier to put them on top. Then you can control how much you're doing in each one, which I want a lot in each one, so we're going to put a little handful. And you can see how the pancake's starting to bubble. That means that the cake is cooking through from the middle to the outside, so it's ready to flip. Just give it a big scoop and flip it right on over. Perfect. Now let it cook for another minute or so and then it should be done. We're going to dust it with powdered sugar and hot maple syrup. I'm going to top them off with some maple syrup. Make sure you get the good quality one. I'm using Vermont. Don't get the Aunt Jemima or all that crap that's filled with corn syrup. Get the real 100% thing. It's a little bit more money, but it's better for you and it tastes a lot better too. So I warmed up my syrup and we're going to put that on there. Don't worry, I'm eating more than that. This is just to, you know, taste it a little bit. A little sample. Make sure they're good for everybody to eat. And then I'm going to top it off with some pats of butter. Of course, butter is very necessary. And then I'm going to do, whoops, and then I'm going to do some powdered sugar right over the top. Of course, you always have to finish with powdered sugar. So let's taste one, just to make sure that they're up to our standards. Oh my God, this looks so good. Get some maple syrup. Perfect. I'm so happy right now. I'm gonna go relax because it's snowing outside, eat these delicious pancakes, and have a little coffee. Perfect day.